You too. Welcome to MOE TALK, man, where I bring people that's on the rise, people that's on the come up, and we put them on the spotlight. So today I got my boy, DJ Venom, aka Venom. Yeah, man. So my boy, he been doing this thing. He started off, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, at the house parties. Then he went to the club. Then you got your Red Bull job, and then you use that, and he's touring, with corporations and stuff like that. Like he's DJing for corporations. Am I right?
You there?
So how did it work? How did it work? Like, how did it go?
It was crazy. Like the house party scene at that time in Tallahassee, you had 2 club stations. You had radio stations, and you had 1,000 clubs.
Okay.
And it was crazy, so you trying to get in to be a club DJ, and you just, freshman on campus, my partner DJ Clean, just trying to get it in is tough. So we threw house parties, or partnered with people who had the coolest houses to throw house parties, to where people didn't want to go to the club. Like, well, we going to that house party, and it literally forced, promoters to come get us and say, hey, we want y'all in the club. And so they got us in the club game. We wish we would have knew what we know now. We just would have threw our own parties.
But the funny thing about the club game is, really with DJs, it's not, I won't say it's easy to be a DJ, but once you're a DJ, it's kind of easy to get in the scene because it's not that many DJs. Like, people always want to be a rapper or a model. It's not that many DJs, so it seemed like it's kind of easy to get
It is now. Then it wasn't, because you got to think, like, now everybody's MP3s, so like when we was trying to get in the club game, it was all CDs. So if you didn't have the money to go buy this music, or you weren't in the network to where record labels gave you free music already, then you just went for the DJ. Now you can YouTube, bloop, download, easy. MP3, bloop, let me get in the club, and then if you good, do your thing. That took off. We started a party called Fantasy Island. We did it for about 6-7 years, and that was the craziest party in Tallahassee as far as costumes. It was a costume lingerie party, no camera phones allowed. Yes, a party where you could not bring your phone, because it
was crazy.
It went down. Fortunately, some things happened with the city of Tallahassee.
They weren't having that.
They weren't having that.
It's the capital. They're like, it's a little too nasty for me.
Right. So it was crazy because that actually, the Red Bull situation came about through that party.
Through the party, okay.
They approached
us. That's how you expanded.
Right.
From a party,
From a party. Basically, we were different. We threw a party that you weren't even allowed to bring your phone into.
Right.
And it got that wild that for those reasons, you couldn't do that.
Right.
And Red Bull approached us. We had a meeting at Hogan's. They said, we want to talk with y'all, and we basically created a partnership because we fit their culture. And at that time, we were skateboarding too. So it was like, club DJs in the streets, the hoodest clubs in town, but we're throwing parties that's crazy and wild for everybody to come to. And then we still skateboard. So it was like, all right, well, let's partner up. And so Red Bull would supply us with product, of course, and funds, make some things happen. And that went from there, and then we use what we learned in school and flipped that to the corporate DJ.
Right. I know both me and you was in the school of business, and that's kind of how you got the Red Bull job. So, what you doing the corporate DJ and the tour and stuff like that? What kind of offers do you get? Do you get offers from CEOs? Do you still get offers from club or club promoters? Do they still look at you, or like how does it work?
It's crazy because well, it depends on the companies. So like there are certain situations like the president and CEO of Norwegian Cruise Lines. That was one big situation. My partner Clean, like he literally requested that he come down and DJ in Miami. And Clean always had that show. Then the shows I have with Macy's is more so corporate, from their corporate headquarters. H&M, the president of H&M North America. So it's about building those relationships.
Yeah.
And then certain situations where, because we already done stuff for Red Bull, because I was already in the loop with McDonald's, other corporations will see that. They're like, oh, okay, well, he's different. It's still going back to being different, from the house party scene to the corporate scene, the club and corporate. We were always different. So it was, well, let's book him to do our corporate event.
Right.
And then the club game, it's crazy now because, you know, some promoters will be like, well, you know, they know that corporate check ain't like that club check no more. So they really don't reach out like they used to.
Right. And that's what I was trying to, okay, wow.
They don't, but it's
it makes sense. It kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense.
If the situation was right, I'm down.
Yeah.
You know?
Because, you know, being in the corporate world, they're willing to give you a little bit more money for, you know, to you know, market or DJ their events. You know, it's entertaining. You're entertaining like $1 billion, $1 million company.
Exactly.
So, you know,
it's a little different.
They'll
check a little different.
Those checks are different. So I guess it'll probably be better to do the corporate, you know. And I know, you know, the club promoters. Have you ever had anybody like call you a sellout or anything like that? Like, have people looked at you different? Like, because it seems like, because, you know, when I remember you DJing, you was like with the straight niggas, house party, like the Venom I knew, Goals, Ratchet. You feel me? I mean, we was just hood. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, with you being in the corporate world, you know, do people feel like you switched out? Do they support it? Or, like, how does it work?
I think people who get the mission, you know, and trying to better yourself in life, you know, they can't do nothing but, you know, they see me, boy, I respect that, or they hit me when I can't knock it, you know, because you got to go get money. There are situations I miss. You know, there was a time at Mount Zion where literally we had a rule.
Zion. Oh, boy.
Yeah. We had a rule in the club that you could not smoke your weed.
Hold on. Before he go, Mount Zion, y'all know y'all grandmas, all y'all grandmas used to talk about, let's go to the hole in the wall. Mount Zion was, whoo, it was that hood shit. Yeah. But, hey, you know. Yeah.
So,
it was just like,
it was so hood to the point, and it was a spot that we really got, it was so hood, but let DJs who were so creative and different, that everybody embraced it because we was just real with ourselves. So the rule in Mount Zion was you cannot smoke your weed in the club unless Venom hit your blunt first. So those situations was so wild. Like, and I look at it now like roll up. Like, I gotta watch you roll up. Boom, you right there in the booth. And then that was cool too for them because now we hanging out. You know, like, oh, I'm hanging out in the DJ. So they rolling up in the booth. Boom, I'm dropping boots. I'm dropping whatever. Boom, 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 boom. We getting out the loop, and I hit it first. Now you good to go. And I look at it now like, ain't no way I could be in, you know, a Victoria's Secret basis. So some of that stuff I do miss, you know, but at the same time it's like, okay, well, there's growth in life. You just gotta, you know, certain things you just grow up from. And I thank God I ain't run across nothing crazy that had me twitching and that. So yeah,
you know, it's just a progress, and you know, you accept those progresses and you thank the Lord for it, man, because that's big. You know what I'm saying? That's a big step. Yeah. You know, even though, you know, it's probably fun back in the day, but and what you're doing now probably still fun, but it's probably not like home. But
it's a different fun. It's crazy because like now I run across a lot of international people and people who they can't speak English, but they'll know a song I'm playing. You know, or I always run into people. I never seen a DJ in a store. I never seen a DJ at, you know, or a lot of these places I'm at. Oh my gosh, you know, they usually think of DJs in clubs, and so for them it's shocking. And you know, I'm gonna interact. Let's go, boom. You know, they want to take a picture. All right, well, you put my headphones on,
right?
And, you know, so now it's like, oh my God, you know, that's things that, and they remember that,
right? You know, so and that's what I wanted. That's what another thing I wanted to ask. So, you know, when it comes to the corporate DJing and the tour DJing, I know your demographic changed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as the interaction with the crowd, how much did that change, and how easy is it to, you know, catch their attention? Is it a little bit easier than the black people, or, you know, how does it work? How does it work? Is it different?
It's different. I was gonna say it is easy, but it's not easy. Yeah. But it's just a situation of different, because in a hood club, you gotta rock the mic. In the South hood club, you better tell them, you know, da 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 da. You better ask them where they from. Da da da. You know, but the situation changes. If you're in a hood club in New York, you can't do that much talking.
Yeah, right.
Now, corporate event, I'm really not gonna do no talking at all. But I might drop some Beatles and remix it with Flow Rider. You know what I'm saying? So they'll, like, just through and I just got goosebumps just telling you about something. Man, like, I love doing what I just got goosebumps, man. Like,
just like, brought you back a little bit.
I feel it. Like, it's just like when I it gives me the opportunity to make mixes that, like, cause that wouldn't get appreciated in hip hop.
Oh yeah.
Like one of my favorite mixes I'll take Beyonce Single Ladies and I'll remix it with Jackson 5's I Want You Back.
They'll boo your ass in the hood.
You know what I'm saying?
They'll be like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing?
Right. You know, so they appreciate that. And I get to do more stuff like that, or sometimes I come up with stuff on the slide, boom, I drop it. Sometimes it don't work, I come back down. But I take some of the club stuff and bring them to it, you know, so I really don't have to talk on the mic at all. But I'll do some of the talking, but I'll do it in the sense of how we do it in the club. You know, so they're used to the line dances and the cha-cha slides and the wobbles and all of that. Oh, well, we finna get low, you know, and
at least a little bit. You're gonna turn up a little bit.
Yeah,
and that's what they need,
yeah,
you know. Those kind of people, they wanna see the hip kind of thing.
They do.
You know what I'm saying?
They do.
And that's what's gonna kind of
really
expand you and bring you, you know, away and differ you from anybody else, you know what I'm saying, in the corporate DJing world, because just your craft, you know what I'm saying? Your craft is a little bit different. So that's what's up, man. So another thing, you know, when you're DJing, right, and you're touring, you know, do you get that kind of attraction from ladies? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
crazy you say that.
Do they, you know, because, you know, even though you might not be the biggest DJ, but just because you're touring, right, they might look at you as, right, okay, he's like big time. You know, it's a big ass concert. He's big time. I'm throwing my panties at him and shit like that. Like, do they be throwing their panties at you, dog, or what?
It's different from back in the day, like when Pain was hot. You know, when Nappy Boy DJs, shout out Lil Boy, me clean and Lil Boy started it. You know, we started Nappy Boy DJs in the hype of Pain, and now that situation, it went down. You know, I was young, I was wild. It is what it is. You know, come to the room and you said it. This situation, it all happened at the time because now I'm older and I learned a lot of lessons from that stuff. So now it's a little different. Plus the money's different. So I'm not even like, you know, I can see they choosing, you know, but I see the money on the table. You know, I'm not even gonna put myself in that situation. Yeah. But we can take a picture, you know, keep it cool, you know. I gotta go get this check.
Okay.
You know, gotta go get this check. It ain't even. They'll give me the look. You know, especially in Victoria's Secret shows, because that's a sexy stroke. Oh, so you get older women and they.
I know you be sweating in that bitch, boy. Ooh, hey, I don't want to get you in trouble, me or you in trouble, but boy, I know. Yeah, be sweating, boy. So you know, I was on your Instagram, and I know part of branding. You told me, so I wanted you to tell the people. But part of branding is, you know, differentiating yourself from everybody else. So I seen that you called yourself Just Venom Bit. So what made you actually do that instead of, you know, DJ Venom?
I had to, man. It got to a point where it was 1,000 DJ Venoms, and I didn't just want to be 1,000 DJ Venoms. It was me and another guy that pretty much it showed down to, but you still saw another 1,000 DJ Venoms. So, being from Florida, I want to be true to the streets. And going back to what you said earlier, you know, do people see me as a sellout at all? When they see Venom Bid, they know that bid, where it comes from. They know what it is, and you know. So they see, you
still represent.
They see him at Macy's or whatever, but they see VenomBid.com. Okay, he from
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
and so when you Google,
so you're getting best of both worlds. You know, they still see. If you see anywhere you see bid, you know it's down south. Nobody else say bid. I say bid all the time. Bid, I'm so good, dog. I can't get this. I can't get it out of me.
Bid, what's up, bid?
You know. But you know, it's in us, and you can't get rid of it, man. So man, I appreciate you coming through, man. I'm real proud of you, dog. You know what I'm saying? So y'all follow my boy, you know, at Just Venom Bit. Y'all check me out, man. MOE Talk. I'm gonna have way more artists, way more people that's on the rise, models, anybody that want to come on the show that's on the rise, that's actually doing something. You know, I'm gonna bring them, and we gonna put them on the spotlight, man, just like I did my boy. So man, we gone, y'all.